What's up, guys? Emperor John Kill 3D Gaming here, and this is probably going to be a two-part video, because I was thinking about making it one single one, but I feel like I have to split this into two, because the Fandom menace is just at it again, exploiting people's emotions, being grifters, and two-faced hypocrites on a norm. So, as you can see right here, let's scroll to a couple of videos that I've seen throughout the day and was sent and suggested to me. I put them in the watch laters because I was watching them all in a single run. The only one that for some reason didn't load all the way was Clownfish's TV, but I was watching that during a live stream I was just doing. So, we have, obviously, the most cringiest forms of the fan base. Why do I have Nerderotic on here? Nerderotic's thing, even though he's retarded too, but we'll leave, as a matter of fact, we'll transfer Geeks and Gamers. He'll be the opener, not for this one, because we're going to be focusing on the Cowboy Bebop situation. And that starts all the way from Yellow Flash 2 to Clownfish TV to Cringe versus Babyface, Young Grifter 59, and Mech Feminist 42. So, I don't know which one we're going to start with, but after watching them, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I caught a headache watching them. It's sad, pathetic, and I think we should start with, because they all see, the thing about the Fandom menace, these guys, they all have different titles, but similar topics. They're basically they're clones of each other, but with different styles and different. They're the variants of each other. They're basically the YouTube variants of one another. They'll cover the same topic, but with different keywords and key points that they have to express. So, I think we should at least start with the most cringiest of the two, Clownfish TV. And if there's a commercial, let me just lower the volume because I want to skip past this cringy-ass ads. Oh, wow. I gotta wait for the fucking ad to finish before I hit the full play button. I don't have to play with the volume, but this one especially gave me a headache, but I want to get the worst out the way.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're actually going to talk about Cowboy Bebop, the live action, unnecessary live action reimagining.
Okay, this is one thing you're going to notice a pattern with these few Cowboy Bebop videos that they make. Only a couple of them mention, they base their criticisms and saying everything's going to be bad adaptation-wise from Netflix based solely on Death Note. But they ignore everything after Death Note that's live action has actually been good. They ignore Bleach. They ignore Rurouni Kenshin. They ignore Full Metal Alchemist. Hell, they even ignore their full, like, the first faithful video game. I'm not talking about faithful, I'm talking accurately faithful in Dynasty Warriors. And I'm pretty sure Neon here says he likes The Witcher, knows nothing of it, but just likes The Witcher. You know, stand by your conviction saying video game adaptations are bad, because they try to say that there was controversy behind it. There was very, like, this much controversy, and people quickly shut up once they saw the show. But they still rely on that. See, they will use past information to elevate their points, even though it's a non-argument. So, let's go through the cringe. Okay, first I'm going to read what says back here. It says, wow, okay, I understood about the costume change because I could only see where it can be an issue to work in. They could have tried hard to find a good compromise, but her attitude is what I have an issue with. The thing is, I watched that video from the actress. She didn't have an attitude. She just told like it is. The problem with the Fandom menace is they feel like they need to tell you like it is, but they don't like being told themselves like it is. So it's just a key. It's a key factor with them. It's a fact that, see, it's funny because fanboys of the Fandom Menace, like fanboys that support them, commenters, every time they came to my other videos that I've made on the Fandom Menace, and they've tried to, their fans tried to attack me, and when I smack their clap back, smack their fans and smack them with facts and logic, they delete their own fucking comments to prove that they never showed up to my channel causing problems. I'm not saying none of the key leaders or these big channels are doing. I'm talking about their like supporters in the comments came. So
Imagining on
it's Netflix, so you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, we didn't react.
yeah, it's Netflix. It's 50-50, you know. But again, everything that these 4 Cowboy Bebops, whether some only I can tell you which ones right now mention it. I believe Young Ripper mentions it, if I remember correctly. Yellow Flash, and I believe Heels does mention it. So, if I remember correctly, because I watched them all in one go, but now not enough to collect detail, because I want to do this slowly here and collect the details. We all absorb it together, because again, they're just up here. Something ain't right up here.
Back to the first photos, because I'm like, this does not count. This is a Netflix reboot that literally nobody wanted, but they're.
How are they to say what counts and what doesn't count? Because when I saw the screenshots, see, I won't claim to say that I'm the biggest Cowboy Bebop fan. I like it. I respect it. I enjoyed it. When I saw the screenshots, I saw Cowboy Bebop. But later on in this video, Neon says, I don't see Cowboy Bebop. Well, animate the fog out of your glasses so you can see.
There is a situation. The woman who plays Faye Valentine went off on, you said it was Instagram?
I think they said it was Instagram.
It was on Instagram, and she was spending quite a bit of time complaining about people complaining about her not wearing.
Okay, this is one thing you also need to notice. If people come at you, you know, come at you with criticisms without asking you. See, the thing is, this is why it's a double-edged sword here. Both how people respond to you is wrong, but it's also, they have to have something to respond to, okay? And fans, unfortunately, fanboys who are passionate, they don't just ask you, hey, why'd you change this and this? They immediately get at you and attack you. So, especially if somebody constantly attacks you and you finally say something back, you're in the wrong. When I feel everybody has the right to defend themselves. Whether they're right or wrong, you have a right to defend yourself.
A show-accurate costume, that the show-accurate costume would not be possible. And look, we understand that, you know, celebrities take a lot of
You ever heard the term, not everything translates to the big screen correctly? I'm going to use Superman, for example. He got away with it in his old films from way back in the, you know, the old black and white serials to the Christopher Reeve Superman. You could get away with the red underwear. But I bet if you did that now with Superman, he would get laughed at and criticized up the ass. But again, ignorance is bliss with these Fandom Menacers.
Shit from fans, especially of existing franchises, very popular franchises. Cowboy Bebop is one of the most popular anime series of all time. People are going to have certain expectations.
The problem with fanboys, no, there's no such thing as certain expectations with fans. I'm sorry. All fans set their expectations to unrealistic standards. They do that. Every fandom sets expectations to an unrealistic height. And when they make something that's different, or at least change it up a little bit for it to make sense on the screen, they will say the whole project is bad and terrible without watching it. Case in point.
And when those expectations are not met, they're going to complain.
Make comments, yeah.
They're going.
No, there's a difference between complaining, commenting, and just being dicks.
And, you know, I myself have been, not that I'm anywhere near as, you know, known as this person, but I get shit all the damn time. I mean, you can ask Neon. They're constantly, like, making comments at me, you know, negatively. And, you know, you just have to, like, not read the comments or just move on.
Get off your high horse, Geeky Sparkles. Seriously.
cash the check and move on.
Now the problem wasn't what she said so much as how she said it.
I listened to how the actress spoke of it. She didn't come off in any kind of way. She was being straightforward. She was being real. She didn't sugarcoat shit. The problem is these snowflakes want everything sugarcoated so they feel like they can say the hard stuff. They don't like it being done back to them.
Yeah, I think that's what people are taking an issue with. No, so here's the thing. Again, she's playing Faye Valentine. The photos were released by Netflix. This is a live-action version.
Okay. They're using a still that you could clearly see that there's a lot of different lights, but the light is not on her. You can see right here where it's very dark. Now, yes, this is Faye Valentine. The only thing I don't see is the headband. Okay, it's a minor detail. Minor fucking detail. I can see she's wearing shorts. Okay, dark shorts. What's wrong with just taking for dark to yellow? She's got the outfit on. And let's be real. Women in live action, if they have to do combat, it is super fucking impractical. Okay? Anime is one thing. Anime is a completely different medium. You can do shit that's unrealistic. Okay? But other than that, she's got the jacket. She's got the red right here. The only thing I noticed is she doesn't have the little, unless this is a combination of the two. She's got the stockings from what I see right here. I just don't see the color of the shoes. But she's got the hair just without the band. Now maybe the hairstyle will push up once if she shows the band in the show. And when you listen to the things that all these videos, at least we're gonna try to go through at least these Cowboy Bebop criticism videos, and you can see how easily debunkable and common sense breaks their arguments.
Faye, right? This is what's her name? Daniela Pineda. This is a cosplayer. Which is...
You're gonna hear later in the video that they basically, without saying it, okay, let's do this. They want if you want a cosplayer to do it, cosplayers can't act. Those women just rely on their sexuality to attract. But the problem is, if you have the looks but not the acting skills, one of those chainsaws is going to fall and cut your hand off when you're doing that juggling act. So, and not only that, they seem to ignore that a lot of these women that do cosplay, some of them do implants to themselves. Some of them do things to their bodies to look unrealistic, to look like these characters. But you don't see them bringing this up at all. I could even fucking tell you that, okay, yeah, just because this girl is beautiful and could pull off this, her acting skills are like right here coming out of my ass.
Actually more show accurate now.
I know, okay.
Show accurate. Show accurate. They're not acting, they're not considering the acting skills.
Show accurate. But as a chick, I'm gonna tell you, I would not be comfortable in that outfit. I would also see where that would be kind of a little bit troublesome when you're trying to do action scenes. People keep bringing up cheerleaders and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But I can kind of understand why they made it.
I didn't even notice this up here. It's possible, not practical, but possible. You have to be practical, though, okay? Neon, buddy, look, you have a wife. Stop thinking with your dick. Okay? Think with your brain when it comes to Valentine. Okay? Think with this up here, not down here.
Some changes to the costume. I get what people are mad about it too, because as somebody who got mad about She-Ra and stuff, I get it. I totally know, I understand what you're saying, but I also can kind of see her side of it a little bit too.
Yeah, I think what is rubbing people the wrong way is the snark, because she's making comments about
Again, what's snark? I listened to the video of the actress talking. She showed no snark. She said it straightforward while throwing a joke in there.
Tissue paper basically getting stuck in her crevices and
I have it transcribed, but I'll read it to you in a minute. But like, you're looking at that one, and then you go to the picture.
Yeah, the transcribe she reads, it feels so fake and just sounds so rehearsed for them to say that it didn't even sound real.
Sure. The costume, it isn't that much different. I mean, it is not as revealing, but they have the red jacket, they have the yellow shirt.
Again, you know what's funny? They're talking about, oh, they want her to look like this. Okay, that's fine. Where was all the criticism for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine back in the day, right? Wolverine's my height. in the comics. You know, I'm the same height as a comics Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is 6 foot, God knows fucking what. Which is highly inaccurate to the character. He never wore the costume. But Hugh Jackman is the best Wolverine. Live action adaptation we have ever... the only live action adaptation until for now, you know, at least. But he is the best live action adaptation of Wolverine. Yet, he looks different. His body structure is different. His height and his muscular mass is different than Wolverine. But nobody will bring that up. They will never bring that up. Why? Because they were already fans of it.
They have her in shorts. The colors are muted, but that seems to be the palette for the movie. It seems to be more muted colors.
Yeah,
Not a movie, it's a show. Facts. Get it straight.
It's a darker thing.
they're trying to go.
I know, but it's Netflix too.
It's Netflix.
So, you know, you're...
Okay, it's Netflix. What about Netflix? Okay, I don't agree. You know what they're always bringing up? They're bringing up the old drama. They bring up the old dramas. That's the one thing the Fandom will do, is they'll bring up the old drama Netflix has been a part of and use it to discredit any adaptation Netflix does. So...
you're going to get what you're going to get. But the problem wasn't so much of what she said, because, you know, she might have had some valid points. The problem was how she did it.
Yeah.
How she did, like, who the fuck is Geeky Sparkles to judge how someone does or does not does something? I bet if she does something with Snark, she would get ticked off if people criticized her, but she expects other people to shut the fuck up while they tell them off, but they don't want that to be done in return. You could see the two-faced double-edged sword hypocrisies with these two. And this is just two members of the Fandom Menace.
Yeah, that's what's rubbing people the wrong way. It is the copious amount of snark, and again, you know, you get blasted on the internet.
These two should not be talking because they are both the most uppity narcissists I have ever seen.
You're gonna be salty about it.
Well, I have what she said, so I can read it to you for those who haven't seen it. And
instead of reading it, why don't they just pull it up? You know, they have transcripts. They don't pull it up. That's another thing. Could just pull it up.
it was the way it was done. It could have been done in a much nicer way and, you know, straightforward way, but it wasn't. It was, hey guys, so as you know, our Cowboy Bebop first look dropped today, which was so exciting. And I just wanted to address a couple of things that sort of keep coming up in the comments amongst fans. I want to apologize to the fans that I did not...
You see how Geeky is adding the emphasis to the voice. She's adding the narcissism to this. Because when I listened to the clip, the chick's tone of voice was completely different. I've heard that chick talk before. I forgot where I've seen her in before. She just naturally talks like that. So, again, you can already see what we're dealing with here.
Atomically match the Faye Valentine character. 6 foot, double D breasts, 2-inch waist, you know.
I just got off stream with my buddy Kage, even though they're going to say the height is over-exaggerated. He's a fan of Cowboy Bebop. He said she is close to that range in height. So, but the thing is, what works in an adaptation may not work in real life. There are things that have to be changed to make it practical and believable. Okay? Because then if you say, oh, it's too out of believable, you're going to say it's going to throw you out the experience.
No, they looked everywhere for that woman. They couldn't find her. It's kind of weird. So they just went with my...
You should be judging her on her acting merit and not her appearance. That's another thing. Judge the actress based on her appearance. They clearly gave her the role for a reason, but that's the thing. They don't bring up logic. They deal with the logic they've created.
Short ass. I know, am I right? Okay, first of all...
She made a joke, and she even said it jokingly in the video, too. So they're making it sound like she's being a total bitch, but that's by their own admission.
Oh, you know, I don't see anybody saying that she was, you know, be 6 foot double D. One, she wasn't 6 foot tall, by the way.
No.
I don't know how you can just say that, because my buddy who's a fan even confirmed that, so I'm going to take the word of a fan.
Right away, I want to apologize. You're not apologizing, you're just being, you know, rude.
Being rude because the way you read it, you made her sound rude. Again, these guys need to be honest. Not just... Oh my god, I'm looking at the comment that I'm getting right now from a friend of mine who said, who was telling me the same things more on this situation, but I'll look at that after. I just got the quick notification.
There was talk about, like, can we put Daniela in a time machine and maybe give her different parents so she has different genetic information to sort of make her look better?
What?
It proved to be too complicated.
Well, when you got people constantly attacking you on the internet, and if you clap back, you have a right to. Just like you would, Mrs. Sparkles, but again, these two ride their fucking high horse.
That's what she said. Now Thomas isn't being snarky.
Oh, it's not, even the way she it's being snarky.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh god, Neon, take your head out of your wife's ass, okay? Seriously.
The other thing I wanted to bring...
Most men agree with their wives sometimes, whether they're right or wrong, after a fucking blowjob. They'll agree on anything after that.
Up was that I have to apologize. The outfit I'm wearing, right? It's not exactly what she wears in the anime. We tried but doing stunts on tissue paper, things disappear, they rip, sometimes it just gets lost. Anyway, like I was saying, that original costume, they made a couple of them, but like I said, they kind of got slurped up in my various crevices.
She's being honest. Some things that are impractical. I can admit, even my buddy Kage, who's a fan of this, even says it would be impractical. And we're not even big YouTubers, and we can use our brains. But this is what happens when you let little fame get to your heads.
Retrieved again, so we really needed to build something that could withstand the test of time. So just
That was a fucking commercial coming up. Damn it. Really? I don't need no we come in peace chicken nuggets.
And I mean, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. That wasn't exactly the most, best costume for, like, doing action scenes.
Right.
And it works in animation. It might not work in reality.
Yeah.
But she was being really like, well, I guess I have to apologize to you losers.
That's not what she said or how she said it, I swear. Hold on. I'm gonna need Thanos' help. I can't, even though this doesn't help me use the time stone to fucking erase these people from existence or to warp reality, but I can just say one thing. Now let's get back to this trash.
So this is kind of like Netflix. They got a lot of pushback too. I remember when they released the first look at Witcher, and the armor looked like crumpled garbage bags.
Crumpled garbage bags? No, to get it right, even I remember what they said. I'm gonna help you, Neon. Let me help you. It's okay. I will help you. I'll help you, Grifter. Okay, I'll help you out. The armors look like ball sacks. Believe it or not, they look like foreskin. Even I'm not going to deny that. But when the show came out, everybody shut the fuck up. Because it wasn't how... They didn't judge the show... Basically, those who judged the... what they did. Judged the show off pictures, they were proven wrong.
And now, I actually liked Witcher. But
I did too.
Now, here's the thing, though. I'm not a huge Witcher fan.
Yes.
I'm familiar with the game via Squid King, and that is pretty much it. Like, I've watched him play the game. I'm familiar with it on that level. Now, I know Witcher fans lost their shit. They were not happy with the designs. They were not happy with a lot of the race swaps and stuff like that. So,
okay, the fans weren't happy with it, but when the show came out, it proved them wrong. Now they support the show. Why can't you acknowledge that? Like, what is not processing up here for you to also take other people's opinions into account?
Again, you have to look at it as, there are people who are fans of a franchise and they have certain expectations.
Again, fans have unrealistic expectations. That's a fact.
When they're not met, they're gonna get mad. They're gonna get mad.
Because the problem with fans' expectation is every fan has a different expectation. And the problem is fans rely on headcanon nowadays. Headcanon. If it's not how they see it or how... It's like, these people can't read your fucking mind. If it's not... It's like, if you don't see something done the way you are seeing it up here, then you're the fucking problem. Because then you're basically ruining it for yourself. And that's your fucking problem, not mine.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I get that. I totally see that. Like, I mean, I watched Cowboy Bebop a couple times, but I wasn't like the big fan like you are of it. And I get what people are
Clearly, with the way Neon sounds, he doesn't even sound like he's a real fan. He sounds like a casual.
upset that it isn't like look like the anime. I mean, we should always get upset in general. Why is Netflix doing this at all?
Yeah, that's why I didn't bother covering it. You said go ahead and you can do a video.
I was gonna have you do it without me because I was like,
I couldn't muster enough give a shit. I'm like, no, this is I would say a fan film, but this is a quick cash grab.
That's what was said about The Witcher, and then it proved it wrong. See, these people, every member of the Phantom Menace is judgmental. They're very judgmental, and they feel like they can do a better job. Well, then, if that was the case, they'd be in the position to do so, and they're not.
This does not need to exist.
right, and it's Netflix.
It doesn't need to exist according to you. And people do say, oh, the Japanese fans don't care. Okay, Japanese fans are always biased against live-action adaptations, so their opinions don't even matter or count, realistically. So
they're going to change things for the sake of changing it just because they have these mandates in place now.
I am highly concerned about that.
Okay, so just because... Okay, mandates. Okay. So if these mandates were in place, how did The Witcher get away with so much? Because The Witcher got away with a lot of mature shit. The same would hopefully with Cowboy Bebop. I mean... They say a lot of things. They just go off a checklist of things they have to cover. So whoever's the leader of the Phantom Menace overlords have to make sure. Okay, this was good. This was good. This was good. That was good.
Edward. We have not seen Edward yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're hiding Edward.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Kage again said that Edward wasn't the prime. She didn't even show up at the beginning. So if they're saving her, they're clearly trying to focus on Spike, Jack, and Valentine. Which, focus on your 3 leads first, before you start bringing other characters, because mainly Spike is going to be this your anchor into this world.
You think Faye? You wait. They're gonna pull the rug out from underneath us with.
Okay, that's the thing. What rug? I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, the shit that is spewing out of their mouths and most of the Phantom Menace, it's enough to make a rug dirty that you gotta take to the dry cleaners. Hell, I think I see some fucking dark spots popping up on my rug.
With Edward, I guarantee it.
Well, I don't know, but, the outfit, it does loosely resemble the costume. I mean, they got the colors, they got kind of the same lines.
So they're focusing on someone who is probably going to be one of the second to third main characters, where Spike looks 100% like Spike. And now it all depends on the acting skills, because we haven't seen a trailer for him. But this is the main character. And as long as the main character looks accurate and acts faithful, that should be what you're targeting. But no, they go for basically the cheap, low-hanging fruit.
It's a little bit. There's things that could have made you. I don't understand why you couldn't wear that shirt with like more of like a loose-fitting red shirt, like in the shorts, and that would have been probably better.
Because it would get sucked up into a crevice.
Yeah, that's
it needs to be on there tight, but not too tight because we can't see boobs. But
I'm surprised.
The chick in the video said that it made the fight scenes hard and difficult. You have to make the actress comfortable. Again, Neon's thinking with this down here and not this up here. Probably not a lot of good stuff's going on between the bedroom between them then.
They didn't make her, pretty much just like a dude, because that's what they do on Netflix. All strong women are men.
So, wait a minute. The fact that Valentine looks like a woman, and they're surprised Netflix didn't change. So you want Netflix to make her look more manly? That's basically, without saying it, that's what the fuck you just said. Oh my god, the double standards and the hypocrisy are so fucking... It's like... It's a disturbance in the force.
But the flip side is, I also understand why, she got, triggered to speak out. Basically, she got triggered because...
No, she didn't get triggered. You always get triggered when certain people say something to you, so hush.
If people were on there constantly making fun of her body and everything else, that would be a little upsetting.
Okay, so you're saying that would be a little upsetting. Man, they say women are like vultures. They only support each other so they can eat each other alive.
But, you know, I think she could have handled it in a much more dignified way or just not said anything.
I'm looking.
Okay, for one, she was straightforward. And two, it's not up to you for someone to say something or not.
At this costume, and I'm not getting Faye Valentine from this. I'm looking at this and I'm getting like, oh.
Okay, you're not getting Faye Valentine. That's you. That's your opinion. Where there's I've seen actual Cowboy Bebop fans say that, oh yeah, they've seen showed side by side comparisons and screenshots to the anime.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
You see Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, let me put this back over here. Do you people forget that Cowboy Bebop takes place in a fucking cyberpunk world? Oh my god. The retardation is real. And these are supposed to be people that are older than me.
Character.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You know, like I can tell this is Spike, I can tell this is Jet, but I'm looking at Faye and I'm like,
Okay, well that's up to you. If you don't like it, you don't have to say anything about it. You guys only cover it because you need content, because most of the Fandom Menace content becomes dry and stale, and without anything to talk about, they gotta artificially create shit to talk about. Or fluff up things that are really not that big of a deal.
So, you know, again, it is what it is. People are gonna get pissy about it. And you know, again, you're a fan of something, and they change it, you're gonna get mad. Now, what's interesting, and you retweeted Gary at Nerdrotic.
Yeah.
He put the video up. And I saw some other
Nerdrotic, that's another one.
people.
That's how I saw it. Yeah.
But he mentions the Kevin Smith situation. I really have to wonder, like, does Netflix bank on fan outrage? Do they actually welcome it? Because remember what Kevin Smith said. He said that when all the shit went down with He-Man, Netflix was thrilled because everybody was talking about it. You know, does Netflix even give a shit, or are they just like, hey, as long as people are talking about the show, they're gonna hate watch it. They're gonna hate watch it.
Yeah, look, that's the thing. That just shows how dead they're. Like, they have a lot of followers and subscribers, but these retweets and the quotes and the likes don't even match up. So that just really shows that it's only the circle of the Fandom Menace or the followers of them that really care about what they have to say. Because nobody gives a shit.
Anyway, because I think with Netflix, I think that first week is all that really matters. Like, are people binging the show, or are they not binging the show? I think that's all they care about.
Yeah. And there's some things like you know, Avatar and Cowboy Bebop, they probably shouldn't even try to do live actions of. And what they did to Avatar, what are they going to do to Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, I mean, there are some, you know, admittedly, there are some shots here that, you know, look, you know, again, I'm not getting it. Like, if you showed me this still.
The first time I saw the stills they were sent to me, I saw that they were Cowboy Bebop. I know who was who. It's just them being willfully ignorant.
They're like, hey, this new show's coming to Netflix based on anime. I'd be like, which anime?
And then honestly, just changing the jacket out for more of a shirt like she wore would probably have done that.
Yeah, they could have tweaked it a little bit. But yeah, I'm not getting a good vibe from this. You know, the costumes, again, Spike looks okay. You know, I'll give him that. And there are a couple scenes.
Giving Spike an okay, everybody say he looks okay, so you don't get brownie points for the obvious.
That look okay, but I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like He-Man, where it's gonna be like, we're gonna show you the stuff that looks familiar, because I'm running it, the anime through my head, and I'm like, we know Netflix is dealing with the budget. You can't do Cowboy Bebop on a budget. I mean,
yeah, you can, because they did Dynasty Warriors on a budget. That came out great. They did Bleach on a budget. That came out great. Full Metal Alchemist. Rurouni Kenshin have been done on budgets. Again, they're artificially creating reasons.
There's a
Well,
lot.
you can, but it's not going to be Cowboy Bebop.
No, there's a lot of crazy shit that happens
Well,
in
you
that
can't
show.
really do Avatar on a budget either, unless you make it in our world
Yeah.
and then make them in school.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's what they're doing.
Nope, that's actually a lie, because there was production arts that showed Aang in the North Pole on Appa in his original looking outfit, and Appa looking like his original outfit, so he was wearing his airbender outfit. I mean, I swear. I mean, do these people just make up reality as it goes along?
Yeah, because it would cost way too much money to recreate the Avatar world, as it was in the cartoon. And I think they're going to cut some corners with the Netflix show of version of Cowboy Bebop too. I think it's going to be very, very cheap and probably very quote unquote.
The Witcher didn't have the best budget, but they made it work. Again, first seasons of a show are always done on the budget. It's the upcoming seasons where they increase the budget that makes them more expansive.
Woke, just like every other Netflix.
Every other Netflix adaptation or show. The thing is, none of the anime adaptations have gone woke. And the only bad adaptation was Death Note. But the thing is, they're counting it with regular shows. They're not categorizing it in the anime adaptations section. So you see how quickly they changed the agenda.
Shows.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. It's Netflix, so I really didn't have much expectation to begin with.
Oh, I didn't.
I mean, pretty much when you see Netflix attached to it, don't get your hopes up. We have to see more. Obviously, it's just a couple pictures right now. There's only.
It is just a couple pictures, but you see they've already made their judgments based on these couple pictures. Instead of waiting for a trailer, waiting for some clips to be shown, they're already, these Fandom Menace people in these other videos are already preparing themselves to set themselves up for failure to watch the show and automatically go in it with a judgmental state of mind. So they're already ruining it for themselves. Then when they've ruined it for themselves, then they're going to use that as that's the factual things of what's wrong with it when they make upcoming videos of when the show comes out. I'm already going to tell you.
Not even a trailer, is there? I don't think so.
I don't know. There's no trailer.
No, so this is some images, but I just think her attitude and behavior was probably not a good idea.
Lady, you're no one to be telling people how to act, okay? Seriously. You're nobody to be telling anybody to act. You're not a fucking, you're not everybody's mom, okay? So, stop trying to be everybody's mom.
I don't, even though she has reason to be upset, which I'm not saying she doesn't, because if people were constantly, ragging on my body in the comments, I wouldn't be too happy either.
Okay, so you would do the same fucking thing. Every woman does that. But where's the double standard? Oh, that's right, because the Fandom Menace feels like they're right about everything.
But if I'm on a high-profile project, I'm just gonna, just not read the comments, or just, not comment, or if I do so and address...
Bullshit. I call bullshit on that.
The costume, I'd be like, yeah, we tried it. It wasn't really practical, so we had...
No, stop trying to sound so modest, because you guys have fucking said slick shit in the past, and under emotion, women say a lot of slick shit, so quit that fucking game. I've lived with my sisters and my mom most of my life. I grew up around in a female household, so I understand how women can be. Lady, get off your fucking high horse.
Had to make another version that was more practical for what we were doing, and I would have left it at that.
They gave her the outfit they gave her, and they made the changes they made because this is part of the movement to desexualize sexual characters. Mm-hmm. And
she's still a pretty looking lady. She doesn't look manly like Abby or any kind of shit like that. So it's like, these people are so contradictory.
Faye is a very flirty character.
Well, I don't get flirty from that.
No, that's exactly it. I get.
You're already prejudging it without watching it, so you're already setting yourself up for failure.
I get
bitch.
Bitch. I get intern.
Intern. I get bitch.
Bitch.
Wow, see? They're fucking insulting her by describing her as an intern bitch. You see what I mean?
Intern.
Bitch turn. No, I don't get intern, but I get uppity Karen is the and it's not even from the way the actress behaved. I'm talking about just from the pictures.
Yeah.
And just looking at it, when I saw the picture, that's what I thought immediately. It wasn't anything to do with what she said, even though that's how she.
You know why they think about that? Because that's all they ever talk about in all their videos. Anything a Fandom Menace channel does make when it comes to this content, they just gotta look for the check marks to make sure, because that's the only content they can create. Because if they try to step out anything around that content, their content sucks.
Acting too. Just from the photo, it just looks like she has a stick up her ass.
Yeah.
Like you two? Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, again, I look at this character, I don't see Faye at all.
Again, that's a you problem. Here, look, I can't. I'm sorry, I don't have a wipe. Hold on. Sorry, I can't help you, Neo.
The problem with this image is I've spent too much time looking at the puppy.
Puppies.
The puppy's all I want to look at.
Perfect casting. Perfect casting.
This could be perfect casting, but the problem is, that you know what they think? They want the person to look like the character, but it doesn't matter if the acting skills are good or not. So, it's like, what if the acting is shit? The acting will throw you out of it. You need to have a balance of the two, or sometimes one has to take priority over the other. And I think the acting is more important, you know. But clearly, thinking with this down here, because either this is run out or probably not working right.
The puppy?
Yes.
I mean, that costume, she's got the stripes taped on. I mean, that wasn't going to be practical for this.
You could meet halfway.
That's what I'm saying. You could have gone with this up here and then even put the shorts up to the waist. You know, it had black stripes down there. You know, they could have done that. There was ways you could have made it look more like the character and still took away some of the issues. Other than the shorts, I'm not seeing where the problem is.
She's too boobalicious.
Well, that's the thing.
Giant boobs are impractical in a fight. Why do you think when Gina Carano is Cara Dune, the fucking armor is holding her in? Because Gina Carano has some big-ass tits. I mean, she got some big, beautiful tits, but, you know, you have to keep the compressed so she can do her fighting. Because other than that, you're going to be hitting a pair of soft puppies.
Boobs, maybe? I don't know. Don't be banging and not banging.
Don't be banging. Tape those puppies down so you don't accidentally bang.
Don't be slapping down. That sounds wrong too. Don't be slapping on double D's. Okay?
No, oh God, no. That's gross.
No, you know what I mean. Don't be like slandering double D's, because you know what? Some people have double D's. I may or may not be speaking from experience, but I will say that, you know, back issues suck. Anyway, I would, you know what?
Can you talk straight, please?
Statistically speaking, in the real world, it's going to be harder to do these kind of stunts and things that she would do if there were double D's. I'm just telling you.
Well, you know, maybe this is...
Okay, you get it, but you bitch about it.
One of those properties that they should have just left alone and not tried to even do a live-action
that could be pretty much
adaptation.
added to the list. It's a long list.
Cowboy Bebop I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think anybody can pull it off in live action. Definitely not Netflix. Netflix is the last. Netflix or Disney, either one of those two. They could not pull this off. Anyway.
And this is all derivative because of Death Note. Death Note, their first adaptation hit a big stain on people trusting them. But every adaptation afterwards of both anime or video games have been getting better and better and better and better. But you see how they purposely don't even use that, you know, give that the benefit of the doubt.
Anyway, there we go. So we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know you guys they gotta wrap this part up because
you know what I mean.
This already hurt my fucking brain, and we got 3 more.
Slapping guys because it leaks out their stuff.
Yeah. What? Anyway.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
On to the next. I ain't got no time for no Crest plus Oral-B together. We're going next round. I have fucking Crest toothpaste in the fucking bathroom.
Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs. Babyface. Just something I want to say before I get into the video. When Netflix tend to get their hands on a anime and try to do a live action adaptation of said anime, it doesn't tend to work out particularly well.
Well, by a quick Google search, I'll look up the images. Let's see. Netflix Bleach. Wow. Is that Ichigo Kurosaki? I don't see no difference in his look. And this was after Death Note, which I won't bring up because we all know is bad. That is fair enough. But let's see, Okay, he looks like him. Now forgive me, I do forget some of the names of these characters, because it's been a while. I did see the movie at least twice, but Bleach also wasn't my particular, I respect it. I like it for what it is. The girl from the anime, this is her both in appearance and how she acts in the film. Let's see. Ryuka, Renji. Yep, this is Renji and Ryuka. Renji looks just like his character in the film. Okay? Because I did watch some of Bleach. I have watched Bleach at least. I know I watched it in the early days. So I know how these characters act. And I forgot the name of the brother. But he's supposed to be him. Great casting. I wish. Is there a picture of the Grand Fisher? Because they're supposed to be the Grand Fisher, and the Grand Fisher, despite this movie was budgeted. Wait a minute, I could just go right to fucking. Hold on, I got an idea. We'll play the trailer real quick. How about that? This was 2018. Yeah, I watched this. It's been a minute though. We'll watch the trailer, and look, just by watching the trailer, any Bleach fan can spot that this is Bleach. We'll watch it together. Kurosaki Ichigo, 高校生兼死神代行。死神になる。貴様が死神となり、あの子を倒せ。遅え。やってやろうじゃないか。この俺が倒してやる。ルキア、この俺を本物の死神にしてくれ。グランドフィッシャーを俺が倒す。ブリーチ、この戦いだけは絶対負けらんねえ。Oh, that's the end of the trailer? I thought there's more to it. Oh, there it is. It's just showing screen clips. But the thing is, you see what I mean. And I think I know how I'm going to do this. For this, we already debunked adaptation fail. Comparing adaptations to what he just said. Now with Heels versus Babyface, I'm gonna be a little bit more restrained with him because he's funny. Don't get me wrong, he is funny, but he still falls in line with how the Fandom Menace presents themselves. But I'll give him the benefit. I will hear him out because at least he makes things a little bit funny. But when he's wrong on something or makes an incorrect thing, I'll correct it.
I mean, you just have to look at Death Note as a prime example of that.
I give you that.
Absolutely incredible anime that they wanted to just reduce down
I give that.
to a 90-minute...
But does Heels versus Babyface bring up the other adaptations?
Movie...
No.
And it was awful. It was just
goddamn
awful. So when the news came that they were going to adapt Cowboy Bebop, another beloved anime, into a live action, let's just say that hopes weren't particularly high from a lot of centers of the internet universe. And
again, why has none of the members of the Fandom Menace physically present where these complaints are coming from?
And you can kind of understand, particularly when you look at the record of Netflix recently with their goddamn woke agendas, the absolute repugnant piece of shite called Cuties, which
I agree.
they have on there.
I agree with that. I don't defend Netflix because of Cuties. See, the thing is, I don't pay for Netflix. So if you think I'm defending Netflix or saying I'm paying for it, no the fuck I don't. You might see it here on my computer. You know why? Because I'm getting it from my sister. She doesn't give a shit about what goes on. She just wants to watch shit. She really doesn't care or give a fuck because as she doesn't watch the movie, she knows not to let her kids watch the movie. I told her about the cutie situation, but I'm not the one paying for Netflix. So,
and you could almost predict.
But the thing is, it's like you're comparing a live-action anime to a movie that has nothing to do with anime. Like, you're comparing it to something, a completely different situation.
Because virtually immediately from the announcement of this, it was announced that Faye would have her costume changed.
And they've explained this. But how does he... Let's see how he portrays it. Because the actors and even crews have to explain to do that outfit in combat the way we know Faye Valentine. You cannot do the combat in her outfit. An anime and a live action, two separate mediums.
Now then, this is how Faye looks in the anime from a cosplayer perspective.
Okay, that's the thing. From a cosplayer's perspective. Okay? But cosplayers don't have a realistic body types. They alter themselves sometimes. Hell, they get plastic surgeries to make themselves look like these characters.
And I think this looks legitimately great. Sure, it's an attractive woman, but the outfit itself, she's done a really good job on. She's got the hair's looking great.
Well, here's the thing. Look, heels. See, at least out of all the fandom ministers, I like heels versus babyface. I ain't gonna deny that. But I mean, I've had my criticisms of him in live streams and in, mentionings, but the thing about this, yes, any chick who cosplays and tries really hard can look like Faye Valentine. But you know what you also need? You not only need the appearance, you need the acting to go with it. It's just like The Last of Us Part 2. You have good gameplay, but a shitty story, that gameplay suffers. You need to have 2 and 2, or at least one has to be better, or at least to make up for the lack of another.
The wig's looking great for her. With the yellow band, she's got the red cardigan that's draped over the shoulders, the yellow top, crop top, and she's got the yellow hot pants, the stockings, and then, of course, the white shoes. She's got...
Every image I've seen, the shoes they look like a whitish blue. So they're not like solely white.
Got a gun because she's dangerous, and she's got a cigarette because she's a kind of femme fatale as well. For a cosplayer, I think this is an excellent representation.
And I'm not gonna argue with that. I will not argue with that. That is like I said, but the thing about cosplayers, you can't hold cosplayers to the same standards as an actor.
Of Faye Valentine. I really, really do. So, if they wanted to tweak it, for whatever reason, I do not know, let's just say they say, well, the hot pants are a little bit too revealing because you get a little bit of anus around the back, then you could maybe just lengthen them a little bit to prevent that if you so desired. But other than that, I think the costume itself is pretty darn good. If you want to zip up the top a wee bit, even though Faye doesn't, but if you want to zip up the top a little bit because of practicality, so be it. But again, it's a great representation.
Hold on, let me lower the... Because there's a commercial code. See, I respect that. He understands practicality. That, it's impractical for someone to do combat or for someone to have to do that in big scenes.
This is how they're going for the live-action version. The images dropped the other day. You got John Cho as Spike. I think John Cho looks pretty good, I gotta say. I think his Spike outfit looks awesome. Pretty decent.
Opinion on this.
Jet Black is now living up to his name.
Jet Black. I thought it was Jack. Okay, I was wrong about that. Jack. You guys know what I was saying, but I do see he looks pretty good too.
Because they race change. Okay, doesn't matter. And then Faye Valentine's completely different. You know, the stockings are now tight by the looks of it. The pants completely different, darker. She's now wearing the jacket, which is kind of meant to be compensating for the cardigan. And then the yellow top is the yellow top. There's no band. Okay.
I mean, who's to say she doesn't put the band on later? You know,
wearing higher boots. So there was criticism from some corners about this outfit, that it didn't really represent Faye how the others have. I mean, these are...
I think what will make or break Faye is her acting performance. Okay? That's the most important thing people should be focused on. The acting performance. You know, say what you will about the looks, but there have been people in the past who have proven that, you know, those people that doubted, what's his name? Or her name. There was a couple roles that I've seen in the past where people doubted them. Doubted some actors doing certain roles, and they've proved them wrong. You know, Andrew Garfield as the Amazing Spider-Man, people doubted him, but people cannot deny that he's a faithful representation of the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Two pretty accurate representations from the anime itself. If I just scooch this up a little bit, you can kind of get an idea about Spike and Jet Black outfits. So even with Jet Black, you know, they're trying to get the facial hair. So they, you know, they kind of tried with the other characters, but with Faye, it just appears that they've made an artistic decision that some people disagree with. Now, as you can gather, because there is criticism, there has to be a counter to that because we live in today's current day. And so let's just have a read of this. Netflix's live-action Cowboy Bebop photos have incited horny male outrage.
Horny male outrage. Heels is the first person that's actually going to, like, I forgot about this part of his segment because remember, like I said, I was streaming while listening to these people's videos. So we're going through this together. I ran laps around my fucking living room. And as you see, just rolled. He probably is going to cover what I'm suspecting it is, male horny outrage. Who's saying this? I don't know. I didn't see Netflix saying anything about this. The actress didn't say nothing about this. Hopefully this is just some idiotic outlet.
Horny male outrage. What's wrong with a man being horny? Just say,
Hey, heels, hear me out, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know, sometimes these fans think more with their dicks than they do with this. I'm pretty sure you gotta acknowledge that.
just as FYI, what's wrong with a man being horny? Just saying. Nothing is the answer to the question, by the way. So, this is from Salon.com.
Salon?
The outrage centered on Daniela Pinder's Faye Valentine, who was originally designed to wear revealing outfits. Most fans are feeling the hype. The author of this article says, with zero quantifiable evidence whatsoever. But many male internet basement dwellers...
Okay, this article does sound like it's coming from an SJW. I'm probably not going to... See, with him, I'm probably not going to disagree too much. See, the thing about some of the fandom ministers, okay, there are some who make them look bad, and there are actually some, though they exaggerate their points to a certain degree, and you can't tell if they're being genuine or not, I give it to Heels. I at least give it to Heels. He makes it representation with some satire. And there are outlets that do this. There are outlets that just go out to target people like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's another misanthropist, another misanthropist to add to the list of cat piss stinking women. Thank you very much indeed, Salon.com. Are quite predictably rallying on social media to protest the unthinkable injustice of an on-screen woman existing while not being dressed or designed to titillate. No, the source material, Faye she's hot.
Here's the thing, look. Just for you guys, just for like fans of Cowboy Bebop that happen to see this video, I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna level with you guys on this one. Let me see. In the anime, don't get me wrong, she is a well-designed, fine anime woman. I mean, it's shit. Don't get me wrong. When I was about like, I shouldn't have been watching Cowboy Bebop, and I ain't gonna lie. When you're young and you don't know how to control your sex drive, you're damn right. Faye made this.
She's hot. And she uses it to her advantage. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because this is about, again, taking away femininity, defeminizing women. Because, heaven forbid, males might actually find them attractive.
The actress who plays Faye, I forgot where I've seen her before. But she is attractive. Now, maybe they're not doing her a lot of justice with this. But I think if she gives a good performance and, it gives off a seductive nature to Faye, that is what could make up for the difference in the costume change. That's what I think could work here.
Is it just me? Manga, is it just me? Or is the world mental nowadays? Yeah, no, manga's agreeing with me over there.
I'm gonna ask the same thing here. Hey, wait. What's that? Oh, here you are. I want to ask you a couple questions, Vader. Do we live in a world where the fandom menace can finally see the turnaround of Star Wars and they just have to make up stuff just to feel relevant anymore? I don't know. Can you? I'm trying to find your ears, buddy. Can you tell me? I don't think Vader has much to say tonight.
Stop laughing. Stop it. We're talking about
I mean, I don't know. Okay, Vader, let me go. Look. Okay, look, let me go. Vader, chill, please. Oh.
So I think there's legitimate reason to criticize this if you so desire.
There is, Heels. I ain't gonna front you there. There is legitimate reasons. But you gotta admit when fans take it over the line. You know, if that's one thing, I hope you, out of all the fandom people that support the Fandom Menace, could see that. Because Lord knows Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers ain't gonna fucking do it. Damn sure Neurotic won't. And fucking, Neon.
Do I think this looks like Faye? No, I don't.
Now, since I respect Heels, that's his opinion. And I'm pretty sure he has legitimate reasons that he doesn't over-exaggerate. Like we saw with Neon and Geeky Sparkles.
I don't think it's a decent representation of Faye at all. Even if they wanted to play with the costume design, I don't think it's come out.
Remember, her acting should be what matters.
I don't, like, hate it or am disgusted by it or anything like that. I'm not going to go that far, but I don't think it's a particularly good representation of Faye. Certainly considering the other two efforts and considering that cosplayers, as ever, tend to do it better.
I mean, cosplayers always do it better. That's why I can't use that. Oh, fucking hiccup. Vader was choking the shit out of me. Some water. I'm out of water. It got stuck up in the fan. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
But, folks, our story doesn't end there. No, 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 no.
Oh, come on. No. I think that's what I'm going to hear from you, Heels. Please don't do that to me, brother.
Oh. Faye Valentine, Daniela Pioneer, decided to take to social media herself and, as ever, attack the fans who dare be critical.
Heels, this is where I gotta disagree with you. Come on, Heels, we were on the same. We were actually... I listened to what this chick said. Now, I'm pretty sure he's gonna play it, and it'll make it easier to give you guys context.
Of the outfit. So let's have a listen, shall we?
Hey guys! So as you know, our Cowboy Bebop first look dropped today, which was so exciting. And I just wanted to address a couple of things that sort of keep coming up.
Please do, Danielle. Please do address these points which keep coming up. If they keep coming up, do you think maybe they're valid criticism? I don't know.
In the comments amongst fans. First, I wanted to apologize to the fans that I did not anatomically match the Faye Valentine character. 6 foot, double D size breast, 2-inch waist.
Faye Valentine is not 6 foot. She doesn't have a 2-inch waist, and she doesn't have double Ds. They're somewhere in the region.
Let's go to Google, shall we? Now, I gotta try and find the anime images because I know there's a lot of cosplay things. Faye, compared to Spike, see, they're not judging Spike's height. Yep, here we go. Hopefully. If I can zoom in on this. She is just about 6 foot. So she's not far off. She's just about 6 foot. Because I'm at least up to here, which is close to the 5s. And see what it says right there? See, Spike and this guy are close to 7 feet. Hold on. Can I pull up the image here? I hope I can. Okay. That's about as clear as I'm going to get. As a matter of fact, you know what? Hold on. Can I? There we go. Okay. You see this right here? I'm close to about where Faye's neck should be. No, I don't want to sound like Google right now. And these two, Spike is 7 foot, and Jet Black is 8 foot. As you can see, she's not far off. She's almost 7 foot. So her eyes are basically hitting the 6 feet mark. Now, if you take off probably the heel boots here, it'll probably drop her down a little bit. So, and impractical boobs in combat. Not saying that's a bad thing to see it in the anime or cosplayers. I'm not. You know, I've seen Faye Valentine before. The unspecified virus of unspecified origins hit. I saw some pretty fine-ass cosplayers at MetroCon, Tampa Bay Comic-Con, you know, Orlando Comic-Con. I've seen some fine-ass cosplayers as Faye Valentine. I ain't gonna front. But even I would know that I can't let my dick think for me. I know that's impractical to do a lot of scenes in.
Of C's, by the way. But no, it's okay. Hyperbole, we get it. We understand. I don't think people are particularly criticizing you as an actress, not anatomically meeting their expectations. No, this is certainly more to the outfit which Faye is actually wearing. And so, nice straw man, but no.
No, that's not a straw man. She's just giving her point of view, which everyone, including actors, are entitled to, and actresses.
No.
You know, they looked everywhere for that woman, and they couldn't find her. It's kind of weird. So they...
You're funny. You're funny, gal. I'll give you...
Cosplayers can't count. You cannot use a cosplayer. Because, again, this is what they're ignoring. If you hired a cosplayer with no acting skills, how are they going to portray Valentine? So, that's the thing. You would rely on her sexuality to carry her character. But then that becomes stale over time because they're going to be like, well, she looks like her, but she doesn't act like her. So they're going to bitch either way.
That. You're funny. You're sarcastic. I love a bit of sarcasm. Some people don't. I love a bit of sarcasm.
He's good with
the passive-aggressive attack on the fans.
I don't sense anything passive-aggressive, and I've dealt with passive-aggressive people. I don't sense anything passive-aggressive about it. And it's not because I'm trying to defend her. It's because I'm using this. I'm not using this.
Because this is a beloved anime. This isn't just some, bit of child porn that Netflix whipped up to stick on there. No, this is actually a beloved anime that's been around for a long, long time. That's being messed around now with Netflix in live action. So maybe just give them a little bit of credit. Because that's being fucked about with. All right? Cheers, darling.
Yeah, but what about The Witcher? They fucked around with some of the appearances. The fans had shut up once they saw the show for themselves, and now they're like, you know what? Despite its changes, it feels like The Witcher.
They just went with my short ass. I know. Am I right?
There's nothing wrong with you being a short ass. You're very cute. You're an attractive woman. Get over it.
Right? You know, there was talk about, like, can we put Daniela in a time machine and maybe give her a different parent?
Okay, this is now getting pretty pathetic. Okay.
She's giving her own form of sarcasm and jokes. Is she not entitled to it? I mean, you guys are, especially you. Come on, Heels. You said you like a bit of jokes and sarcasm. Why can't she do it? Come on, don't do the double standards. You said you guys are supposed to be against that.
To sort of make her look better. It proved to be too complicated. And the other thing I wanted to bring
no, not even remotely funny now. You're just being childish.
Up was I wanted to apologize that the outfit I'm wearing is not exactly what she wears in the anime. You know, we tried, but doing stunts in tissue paper, things disappear.
Tissue paper. Okay. Where's the tissue paper?
This is something I learned because I used to work in a haunted house at a theme park, and they used to have these sexualized vampires that would be very revealing. So, what she means by tissue paper is that to make the costume of basically Look, I don't want to show my hairy legs, but right up to here, make that the image, right up to here, where they have to wear that skimpy shit, okay? Ladies, don't get turned on. LGBTQ, stay away from this part of the segment, because I don't need you staring at me. Now, what they would say, it's made from almost like a papery tissue type of thing. So when some of the actresses would move in a certain way, because I've been witness to this, I saw one of the actresses, she had to bend over and pick something up. That shit tore like tissue paper. And it looked very similar to that. So I can see where she's coming from. You know, I worked in something that requires production. A haunted house. That requires production. And, you know, production. Costumes, things like that. Unfortunately, I couldn't share some of them. I know I have, in one of my old phones in the closet somewhere, I do have pictures of it, but it's phone's not turned on, of what I looked like. I mean, I looked like an undead trucker. That was different. But I know where the actress is coming from. Maybe he doesn't know that, and that's what I'm saying. So I'll let that part slide. I'll give him a little bit right there.
I'm looking for the tissue paper. Oh, you're saying the tissue paper is garments which are like the hot pants and the top, because then they don't cover absolutely everything, and therefore they must be tissue paper. Okay, right. So it's actually a stab.
No, it's not heels. I mean, look, he clearly doesn't know that, but again, from experience of someone who worked in a haunted house and witnessed it and had female actresses explain it, you know, because whether you're in a movie, TV show, or you're a performer, or working in, like, say, a theme park, you're still an actor at the end of the day. So, and these girls were working the haunted house years before I came along, you know. So, obviously, I'm going to look. I'm a man. I'm going to look, especially if it's some hot and vampires. I mean, goddamn, I stared at Akasha from Queen of the Damned, and I was too young to know what the fuck to do with.
The outfit from the source material from the original anime that has all the fans. Gotcha.
Rip. Sometimes it just got. Anyway, like I was saying, that original costume, they made a couple of them, but like I said, they got sort of slurped up in my various crevices, never to be retrieved again. So.
That happens when you're doing action scenes. That happens also when you're in a haunted house. You sweat. Especially if women have cleavage down, like, you know, very meaty entryways, and very meaty. The hills have eyes in the back, or the mountains of Mordor.
Don't know.
We needed to really build something that could withstand the test of time. So, just
Commercials coming. Fuck. Damn, this is a long one. Jesus. Whew.
So it's not even out. You've had your first costume reveal. You've shown everyone that you're really thin-skinned and you can't handle any criticism. What?
No, because if you go back, like we saw in the Clownfish TV video, that if you're constantly being attacked or constantly being criticized or anything like that, and especially with women, all women do this, I think you should know, heels. I trust you've touched a woman before. I trust you've been around a woman before. I trust you've spoken to one and know how their emotions work.
You're saying that this is the best that they could do as a representation of the Faye Valentine outfit? If that's what you're saying, then I think you're absolutely open to criticism. You're also saying that if you were to wear something like this, the hot pants would go up your ass. Your tits might bounce out a little bit. Well, they can be certainly anchored down with brawage and other wranglings. The zip could be lifted up a little. No problem. The hot pants could be made to be a little bit longer, you know, just little kind of things which could have been better. But no, you decided to attack the people that they're...
I don't understand where they're getting this concept of attack from. Somebody expressing their own opinion against the criticism. It's like, it's attack. But it's okay if fans do it, but it's not okay when people defend themselves doing it. I got it. I'm starting to get the message here.
Criticize a beloved anime that they've likely been a fan of for a long time. It shows how completely out of touch you are. It shows how...
So you're blaming her and not the production behind it that is more in control of it than she is.
Little you give a toss about the people who are actually going to, hopefully for your sake, watch this live-action adaptation.
Not if the Fandom Menace always mobilize against something, then get people to not watch something. And a lot of people, unfortunately, rely on them for, unfortunately, their opinions, which, I mean, Lord have mercy. The word opinion is, I use it loosely with them.
And when an actor gets sarcastic like this, and when they get on their high horse like this, it just kind of...
Fucking... They should not be talking about a high horse because Geeky Sparkles is on the highest fucking horse, and I'm sure Neon is her horse.
It turns people off to go, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your show. Fuck Netflix. Alright? So maybe, just be a little bit more humble. Maybe just have a little bit more respect for the franchise that you're actually dealing with here, if you're actually bothered to do any research or anything like that. I'm beginning to actually debate that. And maybe just take your ego out of the equation, because you are very, very thin-skinned when it comes to a wee bit of criticism about the outfit. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.
Well, Heels, if her skin is not that thick, I'm sure, my friend, you could shed a little bit to make hers thicker. Because, I mean, you got a pretty thick hide there, my friend. You know, just shed a little bit off. Maybe she could use it. It's going to get cold soon. Fucking commercial. Oh, fuck, it skipped. No, go back. I don't know why it skipped. Now I gotta wait for this damn commercial, or the skip button. Because I gotta hit this fucking shit.
You're probably seeing this late, meaning that by the time you see the segment, you've already heard about the story. But Daniela Pineda, who is playing Faith Valentine apparently in the upcoming live-action Netflix adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, and obviously you saw the photo of that did come out, and fans, of course, took it to task. And a lot of people were like, I don't know who that is, but that's not who.
That's them being ignorant, because it's funny how I'm not really a big fan. I knew who it was.
They are saying that person is. As covered by Bounty in the Comments. Let me put this on solid real quick. Cowboy Bebop actress Daniela Pineda, who plays Faith Valentine in the upcoming Netflix live-action adaptation of the show, recently appeared to deride fans following Netflix's first real look at the photos. This new move by Pineda appears to be the latest marketing stunt from Netflix in an attempt to get people interested in the show. All right, so let's Neurotic posted what was said. So let's listen to
again. They gotta rely off. You see, this thing is, the Fandom Menace does all the same videos, but just different style of format and just different wording. But it's just all the same. Can these guys be more original? I mean, Jesus. When your hand is like, you're being fed the same message from these guys, but just in different tunes and lyrics.
what the actor had to say about all of what's going on, if you want to call it a con. controversy. I don't really care what you call it, but let's see what she had to say.
I gotta see what
Hey
you said.
guys,
You're gonna hear it again, so.
Cowboy Bebop first look dropped today, which was so exciting. And I just wanted to address a couple of things that sort of keep coming up in the comments amongst fans. First, I wanted to apologize to the fans that I did not anatomically match the Faye Valentine character. 6 foot, double D size breast, 2-inch waist. You know, they looked everywhere for that woman, and they couldn't find her. It's kind of weird. So they just went with my short ass. I know. Am I right? You know, there was talk about, like, can we put Daniela in a time machine and maybe give her different parents so she has different genetic information to sort of make her look better? It proved to be too complicated. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was I wanted to apologize that the outfit I'm wearing is not exactly what she wears in the anime. You know, we tried. But doing stunts in tissue paper, things disappear, they rip. Sometimes it just got lost. Anyway, like I was saying, that original costume, they made a couple of them, but like I said, they got sort of slurped up in my various crevices, never to be retrieved again. So we needed to really build something that could withstand the test of time. So just you know.
All right, well, I mean, she couldn't be any more condescending.
Condescending. See, using that again. They're using the condescending argument. Every woman in the Fandom Menace is fucking condescending. No different than any actress.
That's for sure. And, I mean, to her credit, she's blunt as, I don't know what about it. I mean, condescending, but still blunt about
Well, the thing about it is, with all due respect to you, Young Ripper, you're a blunt fellow. Don't you prefer and respect people that are more blunt than soft-handed and thin-skinned about it? I mean, everybody's interpreting on the person, but you, out of all people, should respect people being blunt. But how does he react to this or take it?
About that she's targeting the fans. I mean, she specifically used that term. She specifically mentioned the fans of this, and that's what got her, what has her making this video regarding her and how she looks and all of that. Now, look, I understand it. I understand, like, when you look at, like, it doesn't matter if it's anime or anything. It can be difficult to find different people that match the, I don't want to say difficult. I would say that some of them may have what people deem as more unrealistic proportions. But I've seen cosplays on this character.
Oh my god, the cosplayer girl's non-argument. Cosplayer girls can't act. Plain and simple.
That are pretty damn accurate, right?
This thing is, you can be accurate, but if the acting doesn't match the appearance, you guys are still gonna bitch and cry and judge. But then say that everyone else is crying and bitching.
And look, this is the... I know this is gonna sound fucked up, man. I really don't want to... Hopefully this doesn't come out fucked up. I'm gonna try to, like, be gentle with it at least. But I understand what you're saying about, or what she is saying about, well, they try to go back into the time machine and give me different parents. And it's like, okay, I could see that. You know, you are born in the way that you are, and the skin that you are in is the skin that you are in. Your body actually can, well, it can be altered in terms of being in shape and stuff.
Yeah, but aren't you the kind of guy that prefers a woman to be natural and not alter herself? Please don't turn back on that argument now, Young Ripper.
But to act like there are no people that have actress or, let's say, entertainment aspirations that aren't taller for a female, because she's short, taller for a female, and have like a figure of that is, let's say, better than hers, they are out there. So I guess if
it also depends. What if they offered this role to other female actresses and they all said no? They don't take that into consideration. That is another thing I noticed. They don't take the fact that what if other actresses said no, so they at least had to settle on her, and she could seem like, what if she tries her hardest? What if when we see the show she's trying her damnedest? We still haven't seen a trailer to judge. I could be wrong. They could be wrong. You know, it could go either way. You know?
Anything, that's my issue with it, because she's acting as if you know, well, they went with me, as if there was like nobody else that's out there that could be any more accurate. And we've seen this really in the comic book space before, where, you know, they act like it's such a difficult thing, like the Starfire thing, and that's not necessarily talking about her figure, but more about how she looked in the Titans. And it's like we've seen cosplays that are better than that, right? It's just you guys aren't trying, and maybe the person that is feeling the
It's Warner Bros. At this point. You can't keep using them either, because since they really don't try and don't give a fuck, using them is a mute point.
Role isn't the best person to fill that role, whether it be from that look or aspiring to have something near that. But I get it, you know. But to act like that's the fans' fault because you don't fit that bill, that's the part that I have a problem with.
Okay, but the problem is, there's a lot of fans out there that don't know how to control themselves when they criticize something. A lot of fans speak with this and not this, and sometimes you fandom ministers always speak with this and not this.
Because now you're gaslighting, right? It's like you're saying, well,
you guys are the kings of gaslighting. Come on, Eric.
Well, nobody's out there. Like, no, we've seen cosplays that are way closer than what it is that you know, just Google Faye Valentine cosplay, and you'll see people that are far more accurate, and they're relatively covered, far more accurate than what you are or what Netflix is going in terms of your look. So that's not an argument. Let's just say that. That's not an argument. But as I mentioned before, I guess anime guys are seeing this as well. That these guys don't care. Okay? They don't care. They'll do something to a certain degree, but obviously the whole point of this is to try to make a little money off of a brand that already exists.
Every time, even the original Cowboy Bebop. Why do you think companies make anime? Yes, they know that they also have to do the anime justice, but at the end, it is always about this. Now, what you do need is if you have the passion and do it right, the money will come. Okay? I mean, simple common sense. You know, simple logic. I wish the Fandom Menace had it.
In this case, it's Cowboy Bebop. Will it... I'm not saying this is going to be trash, by the way. I don't know. I have no idea. But if they want to change anything, that's what they'll do. I don't know why y'all keep giving Netflix access to y'all's properties anyway.
Because younger... It's... Okay. I'm going to bring this... Let me bring up another Netflix adaptation. Hopefully I can find it correctly. Netflix is not opposed to making characters look like characters. Okay? They're not. This is from Full Metal Alchemist. And Full Metal Alchemist, you can see, did a good job with its characters. And you notice how Netflix, even after Bleach, which Bleach was American, you know, it was whitewashed. I'm not going to deny it. But at least give Full Metal Alchemist and all these other anime credit. They're at least trying to make these characters, you know, they're giving you what you technically asked for. They're like, oh, you guys just need to let Asian casts do it. Okay, they're doing it. That means if they do that, you have no right to complain because they're giving you your wish. But there's actually some characters who are in anime that give off more of a vibe of being another ethnicity. You know, I'm not trying to say this has anything to do with what's... I'm just giving my point of view on that, because when you see this, you see Full Metal Alchemist. Even if it's in live action, you see Full Metal Alchemist. And say for what you will, despite some corners they had to cut in the movie, what held the movie together was the brothers. The two brothers. And that's what held the movie together. Their relationship.
But that's neither here nor there. But if that's, you know, if you give them control of that, they're going to fuck something up almost guaranteed. They're not going to get the best actor or actress.
How do I spell Yoroni? Okay. I spelled it wrong, but it spelled it for me. Images. Yoroni Kenshin. Again. They didn't fuck up the Yoroni Kenshin movies. As a matter of fact, these are about as close to an anime adaptation, at least, I would say, 80%. With whatever they had to change or cut out, it was very minor and very little. But Yoroni Kenshin, the one thing the live action Yoroni Kenshin movie have is heart. Full Metal Alchemist and Bleach, they had heart. I'm gonna show you guys one more Netflix adaptation, and this is from a video. This is a video game adaptation. Netflix, motherfucker. Tell me that you do not see the video game characters. This is Dynasty Warriors. I'm a fan of the Dynasty Warriors series. This is what Netflix, where I was like, okay, you better fucking do this right. I was skeptical. I didn't even know when the movie was coming out. It dropped one night. I think it was about the 4th of July weekend, I believe. And I was with no expectation when I went into it. I came out watching that. I like when that movie turned off. Like, fuck, I clicked the wrong image. When this movie hit, I watched it 3 more times. Yes, there's no review on it, but I didn't do a review. But I've watched it enough times to know that this was a faithful adaptation, and it follows, like, predominantly follows the main 2 arcs of the game. The opening follows the Yellow Turban Rebellion, where the rest of the movie follows Dongzhuo, Lu Bu, and the Battle of Hulao Gate. All I gotta say is, oh baby, see that Dongzhuo, faithful adaptation. I mean, yo, you can see from some of the images, they use their Musa powers. You know, look at Lu Bu. Even though Lu Bu had to be, you know, he was unrealistic looking in the games. They all are. They do a lot of unrealistic shit. It's basically the games, you know, before I go back to this, the games are just, the games are based on actual Chinese history, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, but they over-exaggerate it to all hell, and that's why we love it. And the stories are great. The action was great, and this was done by, what's that little N right there? Netflix. So they're not opposed. It's just, it's who is making it. You can't just say Netflix is making it. It's like, who's the director? Who's the production? Who's the scriptwriter? Who's the people putting these together? You know, Netflix is just the label that's on it because it's being published by them.
For the job that's available, usually it's someone that knew someone that knew someone, and then they filled the role. And then for this person, for example, to be like, hey, look at me, I'm short. I probably shouldn't have got, this is what I hear. When I heard her say what she said, I'm thinking you probably shouldn't have got that role.
That's what you're telling yourself. That's what you're hearing. You're not hearing what she's saying. You're going with what you're hearing.
You probably should have got that role, but you got it anyway. And you're mad at now the fans who are saying that.
That's the thing is, you guys don't distinguish toxic fans from the community. You defend them just as much, saying they have a right of opinion. Every fandom has toxic people with them. Video game communities, comic communities, film communities, YouTube communities, Discord communities, Twitter communities, Facebook communities, so on. There is always a toxic part to the fandom. And you can never tell, because then they say, oh, it's not them, it's not us, it's you. Type situation.
Your portrayal, rather, is not of the most accurate. And let me end with this. Yes, they will gaslight. Yes, they will try to make it seem like you're trash, for looking at that and saying, okay, this isn't.
Has anyone else from the Cowboy Bebop crew attacked fans? Or supposedly, because I heard what I saw was a chick defending herself against unnecessary criticism, or not unnecessary, but over the top criticism. Okay, and I knew the words she was using because those are words they use in productions when you're doing productions. Mind you, I work in a haunted house. I worked in one. That's still a production. You know, just because these guys don't think and see with their brains and don't understand a lot of words, that's not our fault. Or that's not the actress's fault.
What it's just not anything close, and you would rather shit on the fans instead of trying to even adjust. Don't expect Hollywood to ever adjust to you. And there will be those supporters of Hollywood types that'll say you were reacting, overreacting. I believe Sans.
I'm not a Hollywood supporter. I know they do shady shit. Okay? See, what I do is I don't stick to just one side. Like, let's say Hollywood, or you got to be on our side against Hollywood. Me, my followers, people I review with, people I do podcasts and reviews, we see things from the middle. And I know some hardcore Cowboy Bebop fans, and we're looking at it from the middle. We're looking at it from both ends, but this time one side is more exaggerant than the other, and it's not the latter, unfortunately. The former here.
Salon did some articles saying, "Oh, the horny fanboys are doing just that."
I agree that was a dumb article. That's the one thing I will agree with.
Let me just put this on your mind real quick. Anime, like comic books, are visual mediums. Okay, it is not irrational for anybody to expect some sort of accuracy in terms of how these characters are portrayed when they cross over into live action. You're not.
Well, the thing is, what about some of the Marvel characters who have had their appearances changed? I mean, what about the motives of Thanos? His motives in the in the Infinity War movie and Endgame were completely different than Thanos's goal in the original Infinity Gauntlet storyline. And yeah, his appearance was, he's a big purple dude, but some of his appearance was changed. He didn't wear his armor all the time, and even his armor was changed. They gave him a sword. He spent most of the first movie like a freaking Chad going to the gym collecting Infinity Stones from each zone where he had to go to.
Talking about a novel where you kind of have to guess, like it's more of a descriptor of who the character is. We're talking about a visual medium, like comic book, like anime, mangas. Like these are visual mediums. We read them, we see them, and it is not unreasonable for someone to expect some sort of accuracy. Yes, can it be very difficult, if not impossible, to look exactly like that character? Yes, in some cases it can. But when it looks like you don't even try, you can expect that the fans are going to call that out.
See, the thing is, again, what I'm going to say is, it's going to be the performance that this actress has to do. And again, her performance could completely outshine the criticisms of her costume.
When there's an inaccurate casting, when the casting, or whether it be a tokenization or whatever it is, the casting just is like the worst person that they could have got. Jimmy Olsen being some bald black guy. Like, that doesn't make sense. So when I call that out, it's to be expected, right? You're taking a character that we've seen a bunch of times in the visual media.
I mean, I agree with the stuff, like against the DC stuff that he's used as a example. I do agree against that, how that is dumb, but that's WB's problem. You're taking two different things that are going on right now and merging them together to make a point.
And then you're saying, well, no, we don't want the character to look like that. And then we, of course, respond, why even use this character? Why even use this branding if you don't want to honor the legacy, or rather how that character acts and looks? That's it. It's not a rocket science, man. This isn't a complicated thing, but in this day and age, any criticism coming from fans is now deemed as toxic.
Not all fans. I'm going to clear that up right now. There's a difference between fans and the fandom menace. Okay? And the fandom menace, especially with their own shit laundry that's going on behind the scenes with them, and, give Zack Snyder credit for for fucking throwing them under the bus because they kind of needed that reality check. But seriously.
And definitely when it comes to something that she didn't create, right? It comes from something that maybe people are fan. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the big. I've seen, of course, Cowboy Bebop. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the biggest fan of it.
I'm not
But the reason why I'm covering this is more of yet another example of a Hollywood elite basically telling you to go fuck yourself and being as condescending as possible.
Unless somebody comes out and says directly to go fuck yourself, they have to stop creating artificial reasons. You know, they produce these artificial reasons like this right here to feel justified.
Specifically talking about fans, saying that you as the fan, go fuck yourself. This is how they feel about you, and act accordingly. That's all I can say.
You just watched a clip from my pod.
That's coddling. That's, what is it? Coddling the pot black. Now the last one. Out of, oh wait, Yellow 2. Oh, I forgot about Yellow 2 Flash's video. Oh, I forgot. I think I will. You know what? That's gonna go into overdrive. We're going into overdrive.
First, I wanted to apologize to the
Hold on. Shift into turbo.
fans that I did not anatomically match the Faye Valentine character.
Oh, are we doing this one?
Oh, Mac Warrior 2. Are you back at it again? I thought people canceled you. Are you back at opening your mouth again, you condescending bitch?
really making me make a video on Cowboy Bebop?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to make a video. But you're only making a video because all your fandom ministers are making a video, so all you guys have to do is unite and, you know, basically copy each other's content with different formats so it could feel different and original, even though it's the same fucking thing. Like, let me get this. Do I got a pen anywhere? No, I don't got a pen. Let's see. I have to artificially create reasons to bitch, moan, and complain. Oh, wait a minute. I can't find a pen. Well, too fucking bad. Hold on, before we get back to Macaroni number 42, let me go pick that up. Since I am a bit of a clean freak at times, I can't stand that shit on the floor.
Thanks, Cowboy Bebop actress who I don't know or care about for making me have to do a video on Cowboy Bebop.
No, Mac, you gotta get it right, sweetheart. Get it right. Please. Look, you have the casual red hair of every SJW Karen out there. Let me help you. You're not making this video on your own accord. You're doing it because all your Fandom Ministers buddies are doing it all today. Because you notice every date that's popped up, August 27th, August 27th, August 27th. I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to give viewers the honesty that most of you guys rarely give, you know.
See, now I gotta wake up you-know-who in the middle of the crappy night and snap him into existence. Who are you? Why are you here? You're actually awake. Good.
Hi, I'm Rob Robot Shlomo, and I've actually seen Cowboy Bebop. And I like Cowboy Bebop.
This chick,
I don't like.
you see what this chick said?
Damn. She can't handle doing a video on her own. She had to call in help. Now, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's a Fandom Minister or not, but I'm pretty sure with dealing with her, you know, the fact that he's on her video, he's got to make her look up and fluff her up. Maybe they'll say something interesting. I'll probably play the Game Boy, which is more entertaining than hearing them.
Hey guys, so as you know, our Cowboy Bebop first look dropped today, which was so exciting, and I just want to...
So we have the first look. All right, so there's our original. It's
Okay.
It reminds me a little of my Yakuza game that I've been playing.
Yeah.
What's wrong with comparing it to Yakuza? Yakuza's a great game. I haven't played Like a Dragon yet. Hopefully I will, but who knows? Hopefully they'll say something substantial, because that's not a criticism, or that's like not really a negative or a criticism. That's actually positive that you're comparing it to something that's really great. In turn.
Now, okay, the guy here on the left,
Uh-huh.
his name is Spike Spiegel.
So that's the guy from the Star Trek, right? The bad Star
Yes,
Trek?
yes.
Okay.
And
that's
he's a martial arts expert, so of course, you know what? We need to make him Asian.
Of course.
Because
Haven't fans always said that you want anime adaptations, especially lead characters who are from anime, lead male characters, mind you? Don't you want them to be portrayed as accurately to the source material, which is they're mostly portrayed as Asian? I mean, call me crazy. Call me crazy, right? I mean, yeah, call me crazy.
all Asians know martial arts.
Well, to be fair, it is an anime, so they probably just assume all the characters are. They probably didn't bother.
Except that
How did anyone assume they were all Asian? Where's the backup? Again, see, the thing is, I only need one ear to hear her, because I'd rather play Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is what I'm doing, which is more fascinating than hearing her, so hopefully she'll say something that could pique my interest. But doesn't seem like she's capable of doing that, so come on, Mech. You can do it, sweetheart. I trust you.
he's very specifically not Asian. He doesn't have an Asian name. But we can't have that.
I know, but these are West.
So just because his name is Spike, who knows? What if there's a guy in Japan, some group of Asian teens or something, and their nickname is called Spike? You trying to say an Asian guy can't be called Spike? I mean, basically that's what they're saying. See, like, this is where we get into the most deepest of shit. I mean, most of what this chick uploads is pure shit anyway, because she's got to feel important. That's the type we're dealing with.
Westerny people, they don't understand how anime works.
So the guy in the middle, his name is actually Jet Black. That's his name, Jet Black. Obviously, we gotta make him a black guy because his name's Black.
Oh,
How do you know that that was the intent behind it? You know? You had to come up with that racial assumption. So, man, makes me what they're looking at. They're looking into it deeper than they should.
so he wasn't originally.
No, he wasn't. And the young lady here.
So they Black Canaried him?
Yeah, pretty much. And the young lady here is named Faye Valentine. That's our actress here.
Okay.
Obviously, they didn't want to go too male gazy because they covered her up with a jacket.
It's clear these people don't know shit about production, because, again, I stated it in the heels versus baby face thing. When you make skimpy outfits, and it's made of a material that can easily rip, they have to change it. I mean, so you're basically telling me that in the middle of a fight, you want to see all her stuff come out and bust. Well, okay, if that's the thing, then go watch a Cowboy Bebop porno. I'm sure there's one out there. If that's really what the problem is for the male gaze, go jack off to some cosplayers, or go watch a Cowboy Bebop porno if it exists. I'm sure there is. I mean, they have one called 10-Inch Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you don't like the Michael Bay interpretation of the Turtles, then go watch that.
There's a doggy?
Yes, there's actually a dog. There's a corgi named Ein.
Doggy! Do they kill
There's
him?
a very, very smart doggy.
Do they kill him?
No,
Because every
doggy
stupid
lives.
anime that exists out there will kill the animals, so I have to rewrite it in my head so they don't.
Rewrite it in your head so you don't. So she relies on headcanon. So, okay, if that's the case, everything she says in this video is irrelevant and non-canon.
There was like a zombie high school one that I had to watch.
But
Zombie high school one? High School of the Dead, honey, get it right. Get it right, okay? I'm sure that offends you because it makes the women in there uber sexualized. That's fan service to the highest degree, but you're probably like, oh, they're over sexualized. They should tone it back a bit. Oh, shut up, bitch.
What worried me more than these pictures, and these pictures are kind of bad, because hey, listen.
You know what? I'm not going to take the word of him saying it's bad. I'm going to take the word of my friend Kage, who's a Cowboy Bebop fan and knows more about it than I do. And if he says that this is accurate to what he sees, I'm taking his word on it.
Listen, anime is an exaggeration of reality. You're never gonna capture the look and feel of anything like that.
I don't know why they try.
Yeah,
because if they don't, they're gonna piss people off even more. So at least give them kudos for trying. But you guys won't because you guys need content. If you guys actually did good, non-controversial content, probably you wouldn't get as far as you guys are now. So sacrificing your integrity, yeah, that's not my kind of thing.
Works best in a world like that, like a fictional world that you can buy into.
Oh, here's what they look like original.
For
This is
those,
the original.
yeah. For those doubting my, so there's my box set that you really can't see because of the lights. But trust me, it's really
look that different.
Dude, that's a console fanboy response in the back. It's like, dude, trust me.
This is like
but
it's on instead of yellow, but
Faye is
under the red.
Faye has an interesting backstory. She was in an accident. She lost her memory. I'm just afraid that they're gonna just foul this up. That Spike is gonna. Well, no, but he's not a white guy in this, so he could be the hero.
How do you know he was a white guy in a Japanese anime? You assumed them to be Asian, and if you didn't, then you were already developing headcanon. And unfortunately, it's seeped into your brain this fucking long.
I hate sounding like that, but
That's how
That's
they
the
think,
way-
though. You kind of
that's
have
how
to
they
think
think.
how they do, just to kind of guess what they're doing.
yeah, they're bounty hunters. They're always broke. They're always looking for the next job.
All
The
right.
bounty hunters are called cowboys. Set in the not too distant future, maybe like 150 years in the future.
It's in a futuristic cyberpunk type setting. So also comparing it to even though cyberpunk, you're not really also comparing it wrong because it's set in a cyberpunk styled world.
So it's still recognizable, but it's slightly futuristic.
Oh, we got a couple more minutes of this. Let's get to the rest of her post.
I wanted to address a couple of things that sort of keep coming up in the comments amongst fans.
So, like, what kind of things? Because I have a link to Data Racer, and he has actual evidence of what people actually said. So, what do you think people said?
First,
See, the thing is, they pick and choose what they want to say or what they want to show. Unlike me and unlike honest people, we show everything.
I wanted to apologize to the fans that I did not anatomically match the Faye Valentine character.
Oh, I think they were more upset that the costume didn't look accurate and stuff, because... Did you see a whole lot of backlash?
Yeah, I did see some backlash. People were commenting about how the costume wasn't quite right. Let me tell you, that's a
costume,
difficult.
though. It wasn't her. It wasn't like...
No, it was the costume. It was the costume.
Yeah, because that's what I've seen.
Well, the problem is, when people judge something, they judge the entire thing. They don't separate the difference. That's the problem. And again, you're being so disingenuous and condescendingly, idiotically dumb in avoiding that.
I've seen posts about the costume, about, I mean, well, I can tell you right now, the shorts are certainly different. You went from black to yellow, or from yellow
Well,
to
the other
black.
thing too is, Faye ordinarily wears a headband. Where's the headband? I mean, that's
Who's to say she doesn't get the headband later? Again, they're prejudging.
an easy fix.
Like, see, they try to do things that are cute, but their stuff is cringe. Fucking commercial. Damn. If that's what's artificially extended this video, besides fucking giving my points on shit, is these fucking commercials.
as simple as that. I'm like, okay. And, you know, she could probably...
You know, if that's like a signature thing, and yeah, that would be really, really noticeable. So this is why I have you on, for everybody who's like, Rob's here. I wouldn't know any of this. I would just be chewing her out for getting all these people.
So then why are you making a video on it? Why doesn't he just make a standalone video? See, again, you're just doing this because everyone else is doing this. You're following the crowd, sweetheart. And I mean, that's what we know what you're, basically what got you is today. You're a follower, not a leader. And I can tell, Karen.
She has a yellow sort of headband, you know, piece of headdress. And like I said, it's a simple enough fix, but they're not even doing that.
She just keeps digging herself further here.
That's according to you. Again, yo, this girl, I mean, wow. I've never seen such fucking, like, get off your high horse. I mean, are you and Geeky Sparkle's best friends or something?
6 foot, double D size breast, 2-inch waist. You know, they looked everywhere for that woman, and they couldn't find her.
Ha 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 ha! You're so witty. Ha ha ha.
Oh, but it's okay if you guys could be witty to other people and criticize things with smart ass responses, but someone else can't do that? Hypocrite.
Ha 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 ha!
Is she?
Oh, shut the hell up, laughing bastard. You're probably doing this video, hopefully, to fuck this chick, because you probably got nothing going on for you this weekend.
No, that size. I mean,
no, she's not. And Faye Valentine is maybe 168 centimeters, which...
And no, they're using some sort of fucking inaccurate mathematics calendar thing, and how many is 6 feet?
I don't have the...
It's 170. Yeah, how tall is the actress?
Yeah, you don't have the answer. You just think showing a picture was going to help you with that. Oh my god.
She's 5'5", which is it's about right.
So she's just lashing out from...
No, Faye is taller. Faye was tall. Not as tall as Spike and fucking Jet Black, but she was tall. Damn, I was able to finish one duel in the course of their 6 minutes and 6.5 minutes into their video.
Nothing.
It gets weird.
Alright, we got some more.
It's kind of weird. So they just went...
It's kind of weird that, you know, you actually are pretty much exactly the same height. Did we do the conversion centimeters to inches?
Yeah, it's roughly 5'5", yeah.
So you're about the same height with my
So you're saying, why, you're just saying that and you didn't show the calculations. You just showed a pre-started calculation. Nice try.
Find her. It's kind of weird. So they just went with my short ass. I know. Am I right?
Being the exact same height as the character.
But Faye does wear these spiky heel boots.
So, because again, you guys are allowed to be witty, tell jokes, and be smartasses, but when it's done back to you, y'all don't like it. I swear, I wonder who's got bigger pussies, the men or the women.
Though I mean, so
she can wear some boots.
Yeah, she can wear boots with a Cuban heel. I mean,
Alright, there's more.
You know, there was talk about, like, can we put Daniela in a time machine and maybe give her different parents so she has different information to sort of...
Oh, you guys, all you Fandom ministers, shut the hell up. Somebody needs to put you guys in your place.
Make her look better.
You know, okay, you know what? Fans, people who actually like this thing, and there are a lot of them, are willing to give you the benefit of the doubt if you just say, hey, you know what, we worked really hard on this, we tried our best.
The only point Geeky Sparkles made that women act like this when they're constantly attacked. You would too, you redheaded Karen, okay? These women need to get off their fucking high horse.
And we hope you like it, and we hope you watch it.
Like, their heads are so far up their ass. See, they're not even coming up with points or anything like that. They're just doing this video for the sake of following their cult.
And yeah, you know what? but we had to work around some things that you can't really do. So, but I think you'll enjoy the changes we made. Just be gracious. You don't know how to be gracious. Nobody knows.
None of you motherfuckers are humble or gracious. You guys leech off of your fans. All the fandom menace leech off of every fucking fan they have, just by giving them something to agree with. You know what the problem is? This is the argument they use. They say that, oh, people don't like having their opinions challenged. No, you guys don't like having your opinions challenged. You guys don't like people challenging what you have to say. Okay? It works both ways. Stop being hypocrites.
Knows how to be gracious anymore.
Well, I understand, like, if it's your first year on the internet and you're not used to getting slammed with a bunch of...
Oh, shut up, Mech. I've seen some earlier stuff on you. You cry like a bitch over everything on the fucking internet.
Bad comments, but here's the thing. She's a big fat liar.
Liar, pants on.
She's a liar, pants on fire. Why do I know she's a liar? Data Racer actually found her actual Instagram post here. Shout out to Data Racer. And the quartering, I'm pulling this.
The quartering, nobody listens to the fucking quartering. He's the biggest grifter and internet attacker of people that there is out there. So, nice try. Nice try, sweetheart.
Off of here, even though we got the bounding article up here as well. Oh, this is awesome. Daniela Pineda, whatever. Pineda insulted Cowboy Bebop fans 3 days ago. Here's the comments on her initial Instagram post for 4 days ago. They're all positive.
That's the thing. Here's the thing. Those positives, there's amount of positives and there's amount of criticisms. The problem is, you guys should not be talking on that. Because your form of criticism is to get on people's cases, because when things don't go your way, all you guys is bitch, moan, and call things, SJW pandering. You call everything just to create content. And that's the next thing I'll cover. Like I said, look, I might just save Yellow 2 Flash's video to add it on top of these 4. Because these 4 we're going to cover tomorrow. Because these guys are already giving me a fucking headache.
Look at these. They're all stuff like fire. So here's the post, right? Here's the post. Very anime pose. The guy sitting on the back of the couch and her on her back. They're all stuff like fire, awesome, I'm dead, just all positive ones.
You're pulling up Instagram. This shit was coming from Twitter, you idiot.
Hearts, fires.
She won't bring up Twitter stuff because the shit was happening on Twitter. The chick was being attacked on Twitter.
Faces with hearts and stars. You space cowgirl. Just all positives. I'll zoom in so you guys can read them. There's nothing bad.
Image is power. You're showing what you want to show. And you're only showing stuff from all 4 days ago. You're not showing anything recent. Stuff can change within 4 days, you dumb broad.
So she's just lying. Is this just lying for...
You guys lie more than anybody on the fucking web for clout and attention, especially you. So, hush.
For what publicity? Talk about this? Are they crypting me? Are they using me?
Yeah, they are. They're focusing on the few negative comments to create buzz.
All you fandom menacers use any little thing to try to generate buzz for yourselves. Because you guys can't create decent content to hold their own.
That's what they're doing. Outrage marketing.
A few negatives. That's what I think. And it's... I guess it's gonna work, but I mean, it's gonna backfire because...
Like most of the drama with you? Most of the drama that backfired with you during the Zack Snyder situation this summer?
I'm not gonna watch this. I'm not even gonna give it like a curiosity thing.
Then don't watch it. Again, just admit you're covering this because You're just following the lead of everybody else who's covering it. All your fandom ministers are covering it.
I've seen Cowboy Bebop. I've seen Cowboy Bebop. Look, I got it right here. I don't need to watch this.
Okay, then don't. Then why are you guys covering it? Okay? Because look, I understand. You guys need videos for your dead-ass normal content that's dead on arrival. At least the shows that you guys trash and all the stuff you fandom managers talk shit about get more views than your videos.
I don't.
And if
Star Wars The Last Jedi and Star Wars The Force Awakens got more fucking views than all the Fandom Menace channels combined.
No, that this is going to be better than whatever they're trying to sell me.
Okay, you don't have to watch it. Again, let other people watch it. Don't prejudge it for yourself. Okay, you're already not going to watch it, that's fine. If you don't watch it, you don't have an opinion on it. That's just a fact. You can't talk about it. Okay? Because if you're going to judge it without watching it, then you don't have an opinion in my book. Your opinion is mute and irrelevant.
I'm just tired of remakes, reboots, reimaginings.
Man, you need to remake your channel. Because it's an offbeat That Star Wars Girl.
Readaptations. Sequels.
Listen.
You're the budget store of That Star Wars Girl.
Prequels. Continuations. I'm tired of that. This is why we're watching Miracle Workers, you know, because it's not a freaking remake and reboot and sequel, and it's just...
I heard Miracle Workers was trash.
New and fresh and cute.
And different.
And different
Miracle
and
Workers.
sweet, and it's funny.
Resident Alien.
Oh, that's a good one too, I like that one.
Wednesdays and Sci-Fi. Haven't said that in a while.
That's because it's been off the air, the Orville's gonna come back, but that's just Star
Trek.
Trek. That's just Star Trek with a different ship.
See you, Space Cowboy.
Bye.
So,
Thanks for watching. If you liked it,
as you can see, I was able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because her video, out of all of them, was the most dead and boring, and I had nothing to really work with. Just like her personality and content. So, that's all I really got to say. You've heard everything I got to say about these guys. You know, we got 4 more videos to cover probably tomorrow, but all you can see is just they follow each other's videos. They're just going to do the same content because it's almost like they work like a hive mind. I would say don't take criticisms out of proportion. Think before you talk, and don't be the fandom menace. Just don't be the fandom menace. Mostly what they do is just generic garbage, and their opinions are just, they're copying each other's checkpoints and trying to reverse them to sound original and on themselves. So, be sure to look out for tomorrow's video. I don't know what will come first, the second part live stream to Mass Effect 2, or the second part to this video, because this video is long enough as it is. I didn't expect it to be this long. This is one of, if not my longest video. And I've been meaning to do something about, make a video like this for a long time, but I just needed the right motivation. And the Fandom Menace, I thank you for giving it to me. Be sure to like, subscribe, favorite. It's your fellow Emperor John Kill 3D Gaming, and I will see you all in the next video.